Ian Woods is here. So a little bit of a saber rattling from the President-elect Trump. Can we accept that he's being genuine here? Can we take this seriously?
No. if you are wondering, first of all, if you're a little overdressed, why these presenters were wearing pyjamas, it was just because it's Christmas. Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski do normally present their breakfast show on MSNBC fully dressed, but not on this occasion. But it added to the rather surreal nature of this. And the background to it is that they had been interviewing on the telephone Sean Spicer, who's just been appointed as President-elect Trump's new White House press secretary when he finally makes it into the White House on January the 20th. And at the end of their on-air conversation and during an ad break, the phone was passed over to the President-elect, who made these comments, which just made everybody go, what? Because the trouble with trying to interpret what President-elect Trump is doing at the moment is that he will say something that everybody reacts quite badly to, and whereas most politicians would instinctively try to row back on it or try to put it into some sort of context, what he does is almost say something even more outrageous to take everybody's mind off the first outrageous comment. So in trying to interpret that as policy, it's very difficult. It's very difficult for us as journalists. It's very difficult, I think, for the Kremlin as well, because this is all happening at the same time as Vladimir Putin was doing his annual mega news conference. He does it once a year. This year has lasted a mere 4 hours. And during the course of it, he was naturally asked about this expectation of an arms race developing based on what Donald Trump had said yesterday, which was the United States must greatly expand and strengthen its nuclear capability. Reacting to that particular tweet, President Putin had himself talked about expanding or modernizing Moscow's nuclear capability. But he was anxious to point out that, well, the Americans are winning the nuclear arms race. We're not trying to keep up with them or anything like that. And when it comes to an arms race, we're not talking about the United States as being a potential rival. This is what he had to say.
The Russian Federation today is stronger than any potential aggressor. Did you hear that word? Aggressor. Stronger. I didn't choose that word at random. What is the aggressor? The aggressor is someone who potentially might attack the Russian Federation. We are stronger than any potential aggressor. That's how I put it.
What would be confusing for a lot of people, Ian, was that it wasn't so long ago that you had these two men who you thought, hang on, these guys might actually like each other. They might have pretty good relations in the future. So what's gone wrong here?
Well, Donald Trump could well be thinking, I don't want to appear like a weakling because people are saying that I am a chum of Vladimir Putin. I need to beat my chest a little bit on this. But at the same time, Vladimir Putin has acknowledged the things that Trump has said in the past and wanting to have a better relationship. And during his news conference said, well, it's bound to get better because things can't get any worse than they have been. And he's interpreting some of the opinion polls that have been coming out of America that suggesting that a lot of Trump supporters have quite a positive image of Vladimir Putin. So he's saying, well, all these people have a similar worldview as ours. We have similar problems, and that is the basis for building a better relationship.
OK, Ian, thank you.